You are in bondage to no one. I don't know who this is for, but if it's for you, it'll resonate by some kind of feeling in your body, like a chill. If it doesn't resonate, please keep scrolling. The bondage we're talking about here is not the type that you may enjoy under certain circumstances. I think this is either relationship or work, friendship. I'm getting family. You feel held back by them somehow. Like you feel like you're not allowed to rise above your situation. Like I just got this flash of, you're someone who says stuff like being poor runs in my blood, or being broke runs in my blood. This is stuff you say. I'm not speaking it for us. No, here's what I want you to do, okay? And I mean this with love. You got to stop saying that stuff. You got to stop speaking your family curses, your generational curses into existence. You know what I'm saying? Because you are here to break all that, and you are breaking it. I feel like it resonates for a lot of other people too. Jobs, just whatever. If you're feeling in bondage to something, to someone, I feel like this is very specific to people. But however it resonates could be to something else. I manifest that you are no longer in bondage. I manifest right now that you are in bondage to no one. You are completely free. Oh, stop putting it off. I don't know what you're putting off. Maybe it has something to do with whatever this is about. My hope is always that my messages will resonate in a way that confirms what you're already thinking. Please don't let me talk you into anything, but this is something you've been feeling nudged toward. I'm thinking especially heavily within the past couple days. Stop putting it off. You know what that means. You are an original. I feel like you have anxiety about something because you're afraid someone's going to say you're copying or wanting to be like someone else, but really it has nothing to do with that at all. I feel like whatever's going on is coincidental or just out of necessity, or maybe the person copied you in the first place. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just supposed to tell you that whatever comparison game you're playing, even if you don't realize that's what you're doing, I don't think you realize that's what it is. Okay, yeah, that kind of goes back to someone being in bondage to their family or held down by some kind of situation. Your originality is what's going to break you out of this. I feel like you have some kind of core need that you probably need to journal about, get to the bottom of, really shed light on why this is an issue for you. Where does this really go back to? Why do you feel so attached to this old way of life or old way of thinking? You're holding yourself back. I think specifically from some kind of success. Please, I gotta beg you to stop saying this stuff about yourself. You are a magnet for abundance. See? That's what the card wanted me to tell you. You gotta let go of this old belief. Stop putting it off. But I think part of what you're putting off is this old belief system. Yeah. Like it is a belief system connected to people. Connected to some kind of generational curse, maybe. You need to realize that you're an original. It doesn't matter if you're the first one in your family to get rich or be successful. It doesn't matter. Stop putting it off. You know what you're sitting on. You know what you're actually capable of. I think you're just afraid of it because you're afraid that, oh gosh, I know. And you know what though? When you be successful, you don't have to tell anybody. In fact, the quieter you are, the better, because some people are just vultures. You are a deep thinker. Yeah. I think also what's going on is you're maybe overanalyzing, getting in your head a little bit, create your reality. Ooh, I'm glad I felt led to pull that one right after. Your deep thinking could work in your favor. Somehow you need to let that work in your favor. Start really journaling, writing, getting together stuff like, okay, let's say you're going to start a new social media channel or start really taking your social media seriously. You need to just start making like first drafts of what you would talk about. Let's say if you want to talk about something, you don't even know where to start. Why don't you just start with this, like an essay about something that's important to you, that's been on your mind. Let's say you want to do a 10-minute video that you're going to upload to YouTube and Facebook and a few other places. 1,200 to 1,500 words. Just sit down and like create an essay. You can even just do it like talk to text, Google Docs or something. Google Docs will do a word count. Just talk about something until you get to 1,200 words, call it a first draft, okay? Start doing that. And you know what? For shorter social media, if you really want to grow, post like 3 to 6 times a day. To keep it under a minute, it's like 150 words. Now, the only reason I say mess with the word count and put it in a document first is because it just might help you to think it out more. Another great way to do it is just to get on your phone and start talking. And just know that you can always distort your voice. So whatever it is you're into, I feel like I'm talking to someone who needs to do that. You need to work for yourself. And I know, don't worry about what the news is saying, okay? Don't worry about that. It was divine intervention, not luck. I think for some of you, it may be divine intervention, not luck, that you saw this video. I think what you're doing is you're overthinking. You're using your brain power You're creating a reality that actually shouldn't exist for you. You're holding yourself in bondage to this like poor mentality or this unsuccessful or this failure mentality is what it is. It's failure mentality. And you got to let it go because guess what? You are a magnet for abundance. And you're an original. You are getting so in the way of yourself. I know you don't mean to. I know, but what's going on is your mind's being like overthought in this horrible direction, a direction you need to get out of. And one of the reasons you're in this life that you're in right now is to break that curse. So you need to accept your abundance, okay? I manifest that all blockages to your abundance be removed. You are a magnet for abundance. You are a magnet for success. You see success everywhere. You feel successful. And guess what? You are a success. You create your reality. Your mind is strong and you are a deep thinker. And you need to use that precious brain of yours for something good instead of overthinking about all these things that you think your family created for you. They did not. You create your reality.